doing a little bit of a different video for you guys. A lot of you don't know this. Last Sunday was the day that Keegan and I arranged for us to get married. It was a really hard day, that's why I didn't post anything. But it got me thinking about a video idea for you guys, and that is just how to feel better. I didn't go into as deep of a hole, but I felt bad. You know, I felt pretty bad. So I thought that maybe I could share this with you guys, some ways that I coped with my depression and some ways that I am still, you know, working on it because it isn't fixed yet. So yeah, I just wanted to share my knowledge of things that have been helping me lately and maybe see if they would help you too. And if you guys would like to leave any type of you know, advice for me, things that help you feel better when you're really down, please let me know. Put it in the comments, private message me, whatever you want to do. I got a lot of really sweet messages from you guys last Sunday. My roommate just got home. Okay, she's in her room now. I feel suffocated when I am just sitting around in my room and feeling sad. Most of the time, my room has been my safe haven, but quite recently, it has been the place that I really don't want to be, as I've talked to you guys about before. I feel like all of my insecurities and bad feelings and bad thoughts are just kind of hovering around in the air, and it's like I'm breathing them in. I feel like I'm suffocating, and there's nothing I can do. They all just sit in the air, and I can feel it, and I know that there's something wrong, but there's nothing I can do. The feelings just sit in here, and I physically sometimes can feel them. The second that I step outside, it's quite literally a breath of fresh air. Like it's almost an instant result. I feel better. I feel like this like blanket of bad feelings has just been lifted off of me. So a change of scenery really does help. It helps me a lot. Once I'm out and about and around nature and you know, around living things, my mood instantly picks back up and I'm feeling good, and I'm not sitting alone by myself. I'm not sitting there by myself, unable to do anything because some of the challenges that I face can't be changed. I'm a person who lives in the moment and kind of wants to fix them right away so I can quickly feel better, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes things are out of your control. So this is a way that honestly really does make me feel a lot better. It feels so good to be alone and to not have to exert energy on entertaining people or being with people. I've been there. There are a lot of times I would much rather just sit in bed because the only person I have to think about is myself. So I don't have to entertain anybody. I can literally be a lazy sack of crap all day long, and nobody would tell me anything different because I'm on my own, I'm by myself. Being alone with your thoughts can kind of be detrimental to you. In a lot of ways it has been for me. Obviously, from what I said before about the change of scenery, I don't like to sit alone with my thoughts. And when I do, I overthink myself into this like deep hole of what could I have done differently? What can I do now? How can I change this? How can I make this person feel better? How can I make me feel better? What, you know, my mind just starts running 90 miles a minute and I can't stop it. And it's scientifically proven that people need human interaction to be in a good mental state. I don't care how much of an introvert or extrovert you are. It's true. There have been tests on it. You need to be around people at some given point. That's just how we were made. That's how, even if it's just a little bit of social interaction, it can go so far. Sometimes I'll go an entire day without talking to anybody just because I'm so exhausted and I'm so mentally and emotionally exhausted. But it's not healthy and my people worry about me. But I do have the handful of people that I do routinely see throughout the weeks because I would go insane without them. As well as my beautiful Discord friends who have been there since the beginning, and they are also really good about keeping me uplifted and boosted and happy, and you know, even though it would be better if they were physically here, any type of interaction with anybody helps so much. I love my community and I love the people who watch my stuff, so yeah. Now this kind of goes hand in hand with the last one. Most people do feel better, or at least I do, when they're productive over sitting around all day when they could have accomplished something that they had planned to do, but just didn't find time to, didn't feel like doing. At least I do. That's my mental thinking. I feel physically sick to my stomach when I don't put out a video for you guys, just because I know, sometimes I know that I could have, and I had the time. I just let myself get down and down and down into a deeper hole, and I've just made excuses, and that's not good. I don't like being that way. I love being productive. Last night, actually, I tweeted about this. I stayed up till 5:30 in the morning. I had to go to a funeral this morning at 10, but I was so inspired. I just wrote out pretty much the outline for 2 more videos, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited about these, and it made me feel good. It made me feel so good, and it lifted me up so much. I just put on some YouTube, and I just started writing, and I didn't stop until 5:30 in the morning, and then I crashed really hard. So I'm running on like probably 4 hours of sleep right now, so I'm doing pretty good. I don't feel bad yet. Just doing things, constantly do things you love, talk to people, go for a run if you exercise. I don't exercise, or I need to exercise. Just do something. You will feel so good knowing that maybe for 5 minutes you didn't think about that one thing that was bringing you down so hard. I always do. And I find myself, when I forget about the things that I'm really sad about, I'm like, I was at my highest point that I've been in a long time because of me, because I made the effort, I pushed forward, and I stayed productive, and I kept going. So yeah, it feels pretty good to know that there are some moments in life where you can just kind of forget about everything. I know that the majority of my audience is full of a bunch of really cute, beautiful, sweet nerds, so this probably should come naturally to you. I find that when I'm sad or angry about something, it always helps to play a game that really it always helps to play a game that I love, whether it be any Legend of Zelda game, Breath of the Wild, Kingdom Hearts, Metal Gear. I'm trying to look around my room, just think of games that I like. Odyssey. Odyssey puts me in a really good mood most of the time if I'm not trying to 100% it. Also, if you guys haven't heard of a game called Fe, oh my god, I could talk about this game. Oh my god, I could talk about this game so much. It is so unbelievably underrated. I honestly think it should be on the best-selling list in the Nintendo eShop. It is just such an amazing 3D platformer that I just get lost in all the time. I love it. I love it so much. There's no dialogue in it. There's only beautiful, beautiful scenery and interesting gameplay. I'm not gonna go into that because I want you guys to play it, but just the way they integrate certain things, I just love it so much. And it makes you feel really accomplished when you do certain things too. Like, I tried to cheat. I did try to cheat in that game, but it's impossible. I don't think anybody's done any walkthroughs for that game. I beat the game. I beat it last night, actually, and it was amazing. But I beat it without cheating. It's really not hard at all. The collectibles are really cool to get, and they reward you very well. This soundtrack, I cannot emphasize the soundtrack enough. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm sorry, I probably tweet a lot about the soundtrack. I'm probably gonna put in a little clip that I posted on Twitter of just the beautiful cello, and I'm just gonna insert it right here. Are you gonna buy it? Isn't that reason enough to buy it? I mean, is it? Just look at it. It is so amazing. But going back to the soundtrack, it's gorgeous. It's just one of those games that relaxes you and takes you to another world. It's $20 on the eShop, which is a steal for what this game has to offer, like, honestly. But it is available on all platforms, not just the Nintendo Switch. I did find myself having a few frame rate problems on the Switch. There can be a lot of NPCs on the screen all at once, and it does kind of lag a little bit, but it wasn't anything that I couldn't get past. It wasn't like something that made me pissed at the game. So I'm not sure if anybody else has played Fe on other platforms, but I'd like to know if anybody else had the same problem, or if it was just maybe the Switch couldn't handle it. I wrote down that you play as an adorable little imp, but I was corrected by Chris, who said that Fe is actually a fairy. And I didn't know that. You didn't look like a fairy, but you make friends with other animals. You sing to them. You sing together and you form a bond, and then they follow you around. Like what more could you want? It's just, it's beautiful. The game is beautiful. The graphics are beautiful. It is so underrated, and everybody should play it. When I first come home from work, I sometimes am super high-strung. When I come home, I need to wind down before I talk to anybody, or else I know I'm gonna snap. And this game is just such a good way to wind down and calm down and maybe play before you're getting ready for bed. It's got a beautiful soundtrack anyway. I could fall asleep to that. I have actually fallen asleep playing this game before. I played it for my friend Brian, and I literally stopped in the middle of it, and I just like knocked out for a little bit, and he looked at me and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, I need to go home. Such a beautiful game. Relaxes me so much. People have been comparing it to Journey, which I would compare it to Journey, and I love Journey. I beat Journey, I played it, so yeah. Play Fe. Buy it. If I could buy it for you, I would. I love that game so much. I think everybody should play it. Would you looky there? Look what I'm playing. Now this one kind of depends on your personality type. Me, I very much have a servant's heart, which means that I love caring for things, I love loving on things, I love having something there to take care of, and something living, you know? After Spotty passed away, it really did feel like there was something in my life that was missing. He had been my dog since I was like 8 years old. He was mine, I claimed him. I'm not in a position financially or locationally where I can get a dog, sad day. You know, I live on the second floor, I work 9:30 to 6:30. There's just no way I could take care of a dog right now. That would just be awful to the poor puppy. So I've looked into buying a plant, and it's gonna be this one. And I'm really, really excited. It's gonna be Bulbasaur, and he's gonna be adorable, and I'm just gonna love him forever, and I'm gonna take care of him like he was my own. I don't know why I'm so excited about owning a plant, but I am. I just want something alive in my apartment. You know, I have roommates. I've talked about my roommates before, but they're never here. One of my roommates just started delivering pizzas, so she is never here. And then the other one, I never know where she's at. So it's pretty lonely here. It can be pretty lonely. So yeah, I'm getting a plant. And I'm so excited, I cannot wait. This is the fun part, I love this part. I think music has been a huge contributing factor into why I feel so much better, and I'm sure a lot of you relate to this too. I'm a lyric listener, and so I take really deep meaning into the artists that I listen to. It felt like a security blanket to know that this person felt the same way as I did and was able oh, there it is. And they were able to express those feelings in such a beautiful way. I love God, I don't know, when I listen to sad music, it just brings me down. You know, it's comforting at first, but then, you know, and this is just me, other people may cope in other ways, but if I keep listening to sad music, I'm just gonna keep feeling sad until I finally put on the good kind of music, the happy, fun music that I actually do listen to on a normal basis. Once I've moved past the sad stage and want to try to start feeling better, I'll turn on some good old Skyrim, or Oblivion, or Breath of the Wild, or Metal Gear Rising if I'm feeling particularly pumped that day for whatever reason. And there are other artists. I just gravitate more toward gaming soundtracks because I'm stupid. The first step to achieving any type of inner battle is always acknowledging that there is a war going on inside of you. The last 6 months I lived in a made-up world where everything was okay, and as long as I didn't think about these things, I would be fine, the feelings would go away, and I would move on. And that was not the case, obviously. I was able to take the real next step to feeling good, and it felt like I finally had control over what I was feeling. Even though I really did have control the entire time, it just, in that moment, I finally thought, I am in control of this situation. I'm in control of how I feel, and I can do something about it. it's not easy. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it is and that it happens overnight and that you'll feel better if you do all of these things all at once, because you won't. Quite literally, the thing that I hated hearing at the beginning of my deep sadness was that it takes time. The real healing mechanism that helps is time. You know, time will heal. You will eventually feel better. It doesn't feel like it. So yeah, we're all here for each other. We're all a big, happy family, and we're all here to love video games and love life and have fun and make friends. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was very uplifting to make. I feel a lot better. It feels good to give back to you guys because you are a huge reason of why I feel so much better, and I just want to share my insights with you. Like I said at the beginning of this video, please do not hesitate to tell me different ways that you might feel better, different things that make you feel better. Also, I bought Bayonetta yesterday. Really excited, obviously. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe down below to become part of the Nerd Herd. I love you so, so much, and I will see you soon. Bye. Mama's getting a plant. I am so excited.